I guess you can say that a lot of people have literally jumped the gun, and now a lot of people are eating crow, especially those who come out in defense of so-called quote-unquote law enforcement. Because we that have grew up in the city, in the hood, the ghettos, we understand what's going on. Most of the people that live in the suburbs and these ritzy areas and stuff, they have these nice plus jobs. They're able to get informed education, are simply out of touch with inner city attitude, lifestyles, and how things are. And sure, you look at Fox News, them hypocrites. First thing they do is rush to judgment. What do? They run to the side of the police officer. Well, now, not only do we have cell phone account, eyewitness account, and then what's amazing is you have two different people saying the same story, but I'm going to let you actually view the videos itself. But now I wonder if all these people who've come out and act like that they were so-called alleged experts, if they're actually going to begin to see and understand. Because, you know, I remember when Barack Hussein Obama, when he was running for president, one of the things that he had spoke about more than anything was about our own civilian military. And those of us who pay attention to politics and things that is going on and things that have been said, people wonder why the military is, wonder why the civilian police officers at time are decked out in military wear, garb wear and armed, just like they are a standard military, what they call today deceitfully militia. Well, it's because they are not communicating to you what is exactly is taking place, but they're showing you in function what is already taking place. Whether you understand it, like it, believe it or not, the truth is that we have in place all across this country, every sheriff, every police department, and including the National Guard, who's supposed to be the authorized militia. And of course, anybody else that is not in the National Guard, our country looks at as a bunch of vigilantes. But the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and Declaration of Independence actually speaks different, if there is such a thing nowadays. But we're watching the militarization of the local police enforcement, sheriff, law enforcement all across this country. So whether you understand it, like it or not, Obama and them has already implemented this. That's the reason why we see these people coming out looking like stuff that I used to wear when I was a soldier. You know what I mean? I'm a veteran now. But some of us, we simply just understand what's going on. Now, I wonder what, I'm telling you right now, there ain't nothing going to happen to this police officer. You know why? Because that's been the standard operating procedure that has gone on in this country ever since there was a such thing as a police officer. People, wake up. The police all but have immunity. And the only justice in this land that is ever really truly going to take place is by the court of public opinion. Because all these people that are suited and then the people out on the streets that are booted, they are all in cahoots together with themselves and themselves alone. You and I, if we do anything to defend our person, no matter what it may be, from all enemy, foreign and domestic, we're guaranteed 3 squares and a cot. And I promise you, we are in a fascist police state. You need to understand that. I'm beginning to wonder, in this so-called free country, socialism and communism is really truly looking good. Why don't we just tell the truth? Why don't we just go ahead and tell the truth and stop dressing up and trying to deceive people with vain words? We are a communist country. Period. There ain't no way to dress it up any other way. That's just the way it is. They're trying to sit up and cram down your throat, put it in your subconscious that you're free, and every time you operate like a man or woman that is free, such as the freedom to protest your government for redress and agreement, what do? You get boots on the back of your neck, you get tear gassed, and that's, it's an illusion. You better wake up from this matrix and get plugged into the truth so you'll know how to defend yourself from all enemies, foreign and domestic. Not only that, but you'll be prepared for any assault or anything that comes in your life. It's time for you to start arming your minds and stop believing what the establishment continues to keep cramming down your throat, because they're going to spin every single story that is out there into their favor. And they're dependent on the total ignorance of the public to believe every word that they say, because after all, you've been to their institutions of public food, you've been to their institutions of higher learning, and you have been trained and manipulated very well. But you have never, ever, for once in your life, ever been educated until you hear a man of y'all like me that is telling you the truth, and that's the truth straight way. Down below is a couple of videos for you to view in for your own viewing and listening pleasure. So therefore, you can make a choice and decision after seeing eyewitnesses. Now, I know that there's a lot of people that have things in their hearts, deep down in their heart, and they may look at these witnesses and automatically develop an attitude against these witnesses simply because of the way they look. But let me say this: don't judge a book by its cover. The bottom line is, the jury in this matter is probably going to be stacked because they already know how to pick jurors. This system has got all of us figured out, and they know how you're going to function. Can you imagine? Here I am, 48 years old, and I have yet to ever be called to jury duty. Can you imagine that? And I am a model citizen according to this country. I've served my country for 10 years. I don't even have a speeding ticket on my record. Not even a speeding ticket. No misdemeanors. I mean, you would have thought by now that I would have been the person that they would definitely look forward to put on a jury trial. But hey, you know what? You know just as well as I do, they don't want people like me out there influencing any type of jury in any way, shape, fashion, or form, because they are afraid of the truth, because they can't handle the truth.